Have you ever met someone amazing and then started overthinking every single thing? From analyzing texts to replaying convos, one listener is so in his head he's frozen. He's afraid he'll mess it up and it's blocking the connection. So I brought this question to expert relationship coach Yehudah Kamman, who explains how to move from anxiety to presence and how overthinking can actually disrupt attraction. If you've ever been paralyzed by your own thoughts in early dating, this one is for you. Let's dive in. Hey everyone, and welcome back to 52, the podcast where we help you date with intention and keep the spark alive in your relationships. I'm Kelly, a former technology attorney turned relationship advocate, and I'm on a mission to help singles find meaningful connections and guide couples to build lasting, passionate relationships. Today, we've got a really exciting episode for you. We're diving into the powerful concept of polarity, how mastering the dynamic of opposites attracting can reignite passion and intimacy in any relationship. And to help us explore this, we have a very special guest with us today, Yehudah Kamman. Yehuda is a relationship coach who specializes in polarity, helping couples turn cold, distant relationships into fiery, intimate connections. He's also the founder of Men of Integrity, a program designed to help men step into purpose, leadership, and reclaim their role in their relationships. His approach goes beyond just romantic connection. It's about building unshakable confidence, setting boundaries, and mastering the natural dynamics that lead to lasting love. So, on that note, please join me in welcoming Yehuda to the show. Yehuda, we're so excited to have you here with us today. How are you?
Great. How are you? Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it. Awesome.
We're so excited to have you today. Where are you joining us from?
I'm in Los Angeles.
Awesome. So,
175 degrees today. It's nice.
amazing. We're not there yet. We're on the East Coast, but it's sunny. So, anyway, we're thrilled to have you here with us today. And, before we get started, can you explain a little bit about what polarity means and what it is for our listeners who may not be familiar with it?
Of course. So polarity comes from the scientific word where two opposites attract. Because, like, let's say magnetism, for example, you have a positive connection, a negative connection, or the positive ions, negative ions. And it is actually when they are opposite is what brings the magnetism together. So polarity in relationships is very similar to that. The more embodied a man is in his masculine and understanding what that role is, and the more she is embodied in her femininity and what that means, the more opposite they are, the more they attract. The more similar they are, the more they try to be like each other and share everything, and everybody does everything together. You actually push each other apart. So, in very short words, that's what polarity means. The more embodied you are and who you really are in the relationship as opposites, you'll actually become a lot more attractive to each other. So that's polarity
Wow.
in the very short form. We'll go more into what that means, but in short, that's what it is.
Wow, that's amazing. Thanks for explaining that. Today's clearly going to be a conversation that's going to be a game changer for anyone looking to enhance their relationships or attract the right partner with intention. So if you're single or in a relationship, grab your coffee or your tea and let's get started. Yehuda, are you ready to dive in?
Hey, let's rock and roll.
All right, let's do this. So, we have a 29-year-old guy in LA who has been on a few dates with someone who seems amazing, but he can't stop overthinking every little thing. He analyzes every text, every convo, and worries if he's doing something wrong. So, he's scared he'll mess it up and is now frozen in his thoughts. He's seeking expert dating advice now from you, Yehuda, to help him to stop overthinking and just enjoy the connection. So I guess our first question on this is, why do overthinkers tend to freeze up or even sabotage potential relationships?
Yeah, I mean, this is a much deeper issue in the sense of it could be beyond, it could be OCD, it could be anxiety. Like there's stuff that I have dealt with before, some personal, some, clients, whatever. But the overthinking is generally you do not have enough confidence within yourself.
Hmm.
So if you're this text didn't go this way or that didn't, like, she's gonna read into it this way, it's because you don't view yourself internally as valuable enough to even make a mistake. This text was right. This was wrong. This is whatever. So my go-to advice was to start building up your own internal voice that you are worthy, that you can make mistakes, that even if that was the wrong text or I am being too pushy, okay, learn from it, move on. I'm capable enough to learn those lessons. So, in short, it's work on your internal voice. It's all our internal voice. And if women are that way, same thing. Your own internal confidence is your compass, should be your compass to figure yourself out and build a team around you that can build you up. Go on Instagram,
Mm,
watch those inspirational reels, go like build your own internal self up significantly. You will feel more calm and settled in your decision making. That would
that's
be my advice.
awesome. That's awesome. So, how can someone shift from overanalyzing to trusting the natural flow of connection? Like actually on the date, when he's on the date even, how can he stop himself from overanalyzing?
Simple question, breathe and breathe a little bit. Try to be very present. There's nothing you can do about what you thought you are in the past. There's nothing you can do about in the future. Just enjoy the moment. Tap
Mm,
into your surroundings. There's a I forgot what it's called. It's like a sensory exercise, like, I see 5 things, point them out in your head. It'll take you out of your own head. Like, I see a lamp, it's red. I see the floor, it's green. I see the music is playing, it's jazz, whatever. It'll just take you out of your head. Overanalyzing is a form of anxiety and a form of self-confidence that needs to be worked on. Try to just be as present as possible in all situations, by the way. But especially on a date that could be nervous. What if she's really pretty and you really like her and you don't wanna mess it up and whatever.
mm,
I get it. But just be as present as you can at all times and let it go. I know it's cheap advice, but, like, let it go and just be super at present as you can. That's what I would say.
awesome. And when it comes to overanalyzing or even having that fear of rejection in the guy's head, can that affect the polarity between the guy and the girl? Could that affect his masculine demeanor?
Yeah, of course, because you're giving off energy that you don't believe in yourself enough, and that
Mm,
is low testosterone, essentially. Like, you gotta have a little bit of backbone and say, I don't care how perfect this girl is. I don't care how pretty she is. I don't care if I think she's my dream girl. Like, she'd be lucky to be with me too. Also, like, I have to have worth also. So, like, it usually comes from low self worth where you're so afraid to mess something up. You got to have a little bit of a higher self evaluation internally and work on that externally. Therapy, coaches, go and figure your own internal compass out. It'll really help you on dates and feeling like I am worthy of this amazing woman also. Just the fact that I feel
awesome.
she's worthy, I'm worthy for her, she's worthy for me. And you'll have an easier time navigating through everything, by the way. Work, money, relationships, everything.
Yeah, absolutely. It's almost funny. Dating now has become such an easy thing to do, visually with dating apps, all of that. It's so accessible now. And yet, what we're finding is a lot of the time, guys, especially some of our followers, they'll be talking to a girl and then something will just happen where they'll want to get her number, but they're scared. They're scared of rejection. They're scared of what's going to happen. And this is happening nonstop. It's happening all the time. Guys keep talking to girls, great convo, everything. They walk away from it literally kicking themselves in the ass saying, why didn't I get her number? So, what message do you have for those guys who are scared or intimidated, whatever it may be, to get the girl's number?
Now, I'm gonna say this with the utmost respect from everybody listening because
Mhm.
I know that I am unique and I know that about myself. I know that I am not generally afraid. It's a God-given gift that I have never really been that afraid to speak the truth. And I've worked on it. So when I was dating, I had no issue just saying, "Hey, I think you're pretty. Can I have your phone number?" That's it.
It
Why
sounds
is
so
it so
easy.
why
Yeah.
is it so scary? Is because there's so much stigmas around the environment and this process and this rhythm of talking and this text me, don't call me, all these different rules. I have an extreme view of it, and the extreme view is who cares? It doesn't matter. Women like it when you are assertive. So respectfully say, I think you're really amazing. I'd love to get to know you. Can I call you sometime? What's your phone number? Keep it simple. Like, just do it. Like, rip the band-aid off.
They have
So it's
nothing to
not,
lose.
yeah, I don't have like a whole system on how to do that. It's like I do cold therapy, for example. I get into ice baths, right? Just get in
Mm,
the ice bath. Just get in. Just ask for the number. Guess what? You're gonna get rejected. She's gonna say she has a boyfriend. So what? Now you know. What if she says yes? What if you do get a number? Like find out. So it to me, it's just like, what are you wasting your time for? YOLO. You live once. Like, get the number. What are you waiting for? Be more confident. Maybe that's it. Be more confident. Don't be so, you know, self self-deluded that you can't ask for someone's number. Ask for it.
absolutely. And I definitely think like when a guy also asks for a girl's number, it instead of, seeing her and then friending her on Instagram the next day or that night, and then slipping into her DMs and all of that. When the
Yeah.
guy is actually he taps into that more masculine side of himself, asks for the girl's number right away, actually acts on it, it definitely is more attractive for the girl. Speaking from the
Yeah.
girl's side.
100%. I know.
Mm.
I know it is.
Yeah.
And don't be a coward. A woman doesn't want to be with a coward. Don't be afraid to ask for a phone number. Like, figure it out. Yeah.
So true. And getting back onto the topic, how does overthinking affect one's confidence and energy in relationships, especially, a person's ability to embody their core energy, whether it's masculine or feminine, and show up confidently in a relationship.
It gets in the way. It's a lot of hurdles. Overthinking, you have to practice not doing it. And it takes time. Again, it's a muscle. You have to just be like, wow, I don't want to mess this up. She's really pretty. I want her to be my wife. I'm gonna mess it up. I'm gonna mess it up. And a lot of people say I'm gonna mess it up so bad they don't even try. They don't even make an attempt. Like, you have no idea how much, I mean, speaking to you, Kelly, like how much the woman actually wants them to try, actually wants them to make the effort. You'll be
Yeah.
surprised. No matter who these people are, they're just people. I've worked in Hollywood for a long time, and I've met celebrities, and I'd be around my group of friends in the industry, and there'd be Steven Spielberg and Will Smith, and they'd be on set, and everybody would avoid them. I would go up to them. Hey, great to meet you. I love your work. Thank you so much. And they would talk to me. I even got to go out to dinner with these people just because I went and talked to them. Because it's like, what are you waiting for? Like, what really, there's nothing really stopping you to do anything that you want to do. And so when you overthink and start mulling over all the different possibilities and everything that can go wrong, switch it to everything that can go right. What if you do
Mm,
talk to her? What if you do ask her? Oh, and one of the big things I'm missing out, you're going to get rejected. You're going to say no. I've gone up to celebrities and they were jerks to me. Okay. Don't be afraid of rejection. Don't be afraid of no. She will say no to you. It might break your heart. Get back up, do it again, show up the next day, go talk to her at that party, at that simcha, at whatever. Go and get it done. Don't stop. So I'm saying it as if it's easy. I know it's hard. I'm basically telling people, be very confident. Don't be afraid of rejection. And you live once. What are you wasting your time for? Go get it done. It's hard though. I'm aware it's hard. I know.
absolutely. That's great advice. And even though we might know it, it's good to hear it. And that's why coaching, we're huge advocates of it. And the last question on this, what's the difference between self-awareness and obsessive analysis in early dating?
Self awareness is you make mistakes, own them, and learn and grow from them. Overanalysis is like you're harsh on yourself when you do make a mistake. When you do mess up, you beat yourself up and you kind of go down the despair pit and you don't leave yourself alone. "Oh, I wish I wouldn't have said that. Why did I say that? How come I texted her that? How, blah, blah, blah. Right. That's a big difference. And it goes back to what I was saying of just like, stop going into the negative despair and go into the what if. Go into the what if I did say this right. I will text this person. I will take a chance. I might get rejected. I might look too needy. Learn
Mhm.
from it, grow from it. Say yes to the risk, say yes to the fail, say yes to the growing from the fail.
That's
Like
awesome.
saying yes to all the like, oh, I'm horrible. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why it's you get stuck. You get stuck in the rat wheel and avoid it. Avoid it. Bring up the positives and get rid of the negatives. That's what I would say on
That's
that.
awesome. Love that. So, to our listener, we hope that we helped you with your question today. Best of luck. Don't overthink, don't overanalyze, just be present. Don't be scared of rejection. It happens to everyone. And look at everything from what could happen in the good way, not what could happen wrong. Thanks, Yehuda.
My pleasure.
And that's a wrap for today's episode of 52. A huge thank you to Yehudah Kamman for sharing his incredible insights on how polarity can reignite passion and help us build deeper, more intimate connections in our relationships. Yehudah, before you wrap up, where can our listeners learn more from you and connect with you?
Yeah, you can go to my Instagram. I'm mainly on Instagram. You can follow me on Facebook, but Instagram is where all my followers are, and I do a lot of content and Q&As and, talk to clients and all that stuff, which is Men of Integrity Life. So that's where you'll find me.
Awesome. That sounds great. And for all of our listeners, remember that mastering polarity isn't just about attracting love. It's about building a deeper, more meaningful connection with yourself and your partner. If you're ready to reignite the spark in your relationship or manifest the love you deserve, be sure to connect with Yehudah and explore all the amazing resources he offers. A big thank you to everyone tuning in today. We love hearing from you, so feel free to send us your thoughts or any dating questions you'd like us to cover in future episodes. If you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave us a review. And as always, remember to date with intention and stay true to yourself. Until next time, happy dating. The content in this podcast is for entertainment and is not mental health, medical, or personal relationship counseling. It is not a substitute for professional expertise and judgment from a licensed healthcare or mental health professional. You should seek the advice of a qualified professional when seeking mental health or medical advice to obtain a diagnosis or any treatment regarding your mental health or well-being. The content in this podcast may not be applicable to you and your specific situation. Topics discussed in this podcast may include information that may be considered sensitive or emotionally charged to some people, and therefore listener discretion is advised. References to third-party resources are for informational purposes only, and 52 Inc. takes no responsibility for the content of those resources. This podcast is copyrighted 2025 by 52 Inc., all rights reserved.